Hello Pisces, welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. My name is Paul, if Pisces is your sun, moon, or rising sign. This is your tarot card reading. Remember to hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. If there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. Now, this is a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I provide. And remember, Pisces, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. And here is your courage and your passion, Pisces. This is your strength. This is your desire and your vitality. This is you taking up space in your life. You know, feeling big, feeling the true power that is within you. Feeling your passion. You don't need permission to want what you want for your life. All right, let's put this card into a little bit of context. Let's see what's going on here. We're going to use our Dove and Serpent spread. We've got the Emperor. Oh yeah, that's what you want. Your courage to build the life that you desire. This is the life you desire. Big Rock Candy Mountain. The good life. The best life. The paradise. The Emerald City. Okay, that's it. That's what you want. Here's a Ten of Cups. Well, it's another... The Empress is a composition, really, of the Ten of Cups and the Ten of Pentacles. Okay? And your courage is getting you there. This is your courage on the yellow brick road to the Emerald City. You have a Two of Swords. That devil energy. The Three of Wands. Two of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. We're going to get the 8 or the 10 maybe now. I feel like the 10 really, but a 5. Okay, that's all right. That's good. Because we're making the breakthrough. A lot of financial energy on this side. A lot of physical changes. A lot of things being accomplished. A lot of things being set in motion. Anytime we get a 4, we start looking for the 5. So this is like we're achieving goal after goal after goal after goal. We're getting a win. We're going again. We're getting a win. We're going again. Okay? Beautiful energy here. This is a massive shift for you. Let's select the mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card. This is a random card from the Smith-Waite Tarot. This is the factor infinite and unknown. We're going to set it down right over here with Alien Simon Mork Ripley right there on top. We're not going to look at that card until the very end. It will tie everything together, and it will give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. If at any moment during this message you feel like you might know what that card is, put your prediction in the comments below. Now, let's look around the room. We see really good majors right here, a big cluster of major arcana cards, the Lust, the Strength card, the Empress, and the Devil card. The Devil is that driving force. It is you charging up the mountain without stopping. And of course, this is kind of the courage, or this is the horsepower of the car. All right? Your engine has a lot of horsepower. You've got, let's see, fire. Let's see, water and air. And a lot of earth. Okay, so over here we have the fire, water, the air. Okay. We've got the willpower, we've got the heart and the mind, the desire, the motivation. All of this is fueling the car, fueling the engine. The engine is driving on the actual spiral road of life, the ups and downs, the twists and turns, the physical, material world. So it makes sense that we have a lot of earth energy over here, because this is how you're keeping your engine going. Yeah, this is beautiful. I love this. Is so cool. So first of all, we have the horsepower. This is like all the power that you're capable of. This is your life force. Is your energy. Okay. This is you with courage. This is you like not needing permission, acting powerfully, acting passionately. Your confidence is growing by you kind of taking action and believing in yourself and, letting yourself take up space, trusting your desire. This is the horsepower, okay? And now, the horsepower, the engine, your vehicle, your vessel, needs nourishment, needs fuel. So the Empress really is about self-care. It's about abundance and about receiving. It's about nourishing yourself. It's about caring for your body. Okay, caring for the vessel that is you. So in order for your vehicle, your vessel, to have a lot of power, you got to take care of it. Because if not, over time, you'll notice in your car, if you don't take care of your car, the gas mileage goes down. The power goes down. Just doesn't have the pep it used to have. You got to change the oil. You got to change the fluids. You got to change the fan belts or whatever, the blinker fluid. You got to pump up the tires, You got to take care of it, and your car will have just as much power on mile 300,000 than it did on mile 1 or kilometer, depending on where you live. But, that's kind of the same with us, that our vital energy, our vitality, our capabilities, requires the self-care. We've got to nourish ourselves. Your body here is kind of, is what's driving. This is your link, right? Your link to the material world. You got to take care of this vessel. Let yourself receive, whether it's help, receiving love, receiving support, or just like receiving compliments, Add beauty to your space. Take pride in your appearance. Take pride in your environment. Beauty helps to restore your spirit. It's kind of like, why wash your car? Doesn't your car feel better when you wash it? Doesn't it just seem like it runs better when you wash the car? That's kind of the deal here. Taking care of our physical vessel in order just beautifying something kind of helps us to feel that power. Just helps us to run better when we kind of like the way we look. When you're wearing a spiffy jacket to work one day, it feels better. It feels like your performance is more optimized, Add beauty to your space, not just physical appearance, but, consider the effect that your environment has on your well-being. Okay? Whether it's art, okay? Consider the aesthetics. Food, consider what you're putting into your body. Consider the comfort of your body. See, this is like motivation, discipline, putting myself in the fire. This is me at the gym working hard, getting dirty. This is me resting, taking a bubble bath, getting a massage. This is comfort, while this is challenge and hardship. Yeah. And you got to do both. If you want the horsepower, you got to take care of the aesthetic, the appearance of the vessel, the vehicle. Say yes to things that feel warm, that feel restorative. Okay? Get the paint job. Get the extra coat of wax. Do something to pamper yourself, because that's going to help to restore your power right now. Pleasure is not a distraction. It's refilling your creative power. Your heart grows, when you slow down and you feel it. Softness is strength. Nourish what nourishes you. It's a wonderful combination of cards here. Yeah, I love this. And I feel like this is how you're taking care of the car. Again, this is all about kind of how and why you're doing. This is what you're doing. And you're winning. You're taking steps forward. You're kicking some butt. You're getting a win. You're getting the success. And then you're out there rolling the dice again, doing the thing again. Pushing yourself again, getting down and dirty and solving another puzzle, facing another challenge. And that's you traveling up the spiral road to the Emerald City. Okay, the lion here is kind of, Wizard of Oz reference, obviously. The lion here is on the yellow brick road to the Emerald City. You got a Ten of Cups here. This is emotional harmony. This is your feeling of connection. Your connection to your purpose, your connection to your life and to your people, to your family. Your connection, your love. That is your foundation. That is your support. This is the balance of your emotional world. Relationships in your life are starting to feel easier. There's love inside of you that's just flowing to there's rivers of love flowing to all different aspects of your life. From the source is all that water flowing out. It branches out and it flows to every dimension of your life. It's the source of all rivers. And all those rivers flow to different places, Be present with people in your life that you value, the people that feel supportive, the people that feel like home. Let life be simple and let life be peaceful, if just for a moment. Share your affection freely. Love is a renewable resource. Okay? Love just keeps on going. The 10, the bottom of this card, right? The 10 of Cups becomes the Ace of Cups, becomes the 10 of Cups and the Ace of Cups. It's flowing. It's never ending. It's like it's perpetual love, energy. Yeah. It's self-renewing. Protect your peace. Protect your inner sanctity. Not everyone needs to get access to you. Protect your emotional space, right? That's what this card's about. We've got the, protecting the sort of physical vehicle and the emotions, the fuel of the car, okay, and the steering, maybe, of the car, and the transmission of the car, and the appearance of the car, so that it can hum, it can purr. It can purr like a lion, right, as you climb the spiral road mountain toward your best life. Abso-freaking-lutely here. I love this. I feel like you're someone who really knows what emotional fulfillment actually means or actually looks like. Okay? The 10 to me feels like this is what you want your life to feel like. You know what you want your life to feel like. You're building the life that you desire. And you know what that is. You know what you want that to be. So you're someone who absolutely knows what Big Rock Candy Mountain is going to look like and feel like. Okay? And I feel like the feeling's already here. And now what we're doing is we're building it in the physical world here on the path of the serpent with all of this earth energy, see? The Two of Swords back here is peace, okay? Balance, reflection. Kind of like we're kind of waking up every day and we're making the same choice. This is the steering of life. This is how you steer the car, right? Through experience. And you don't just steer the car once. You don't just point it in that direction and then just sit back and relax, right? It's not a self-driving life. It's one that you've got to keep your hands on the wheel and you've got to be paying attention, because if you don't, if you let go of the wheel, your car is going to crash immediately, right? Don't try that at home. But if you hold the wheel and you just hold it straight, guess what? The spiral road is going to twist and turn underneath, but your car's going straight. That's not a good idea either. You have to always be moving side to side, left, right, up, down, 5-degree down bubble, whatever it is. You've got to keep making the choices. You've got to keep steering. Steering is something that you've got to do. You can set the cruise control and the car can go 55 miles an hour, whatever. But you always have to be steering. When I was a kid, I used to think that cruise control was steering too. It wasn't. It's not. I don't know. Maybe it is now. I don't think so. It's speed only. You still have to steer the car. I didn't know that when I was little. Anyway, so we've got to always be making those choices. Life is a constant decision. Every moment is a decision. You don't just decide something once and say, okay, I put that baby to bed. No. You got to decide every freaking moment of life. Every waking moment is a decision to stay on your spiral road, up the mountain to your best life. Okay? Your body, your heart, your mind, your will are all working together. You're not stuck. You're not choosing out of fear. You're not disturbed mentally. You are peaceful and quiet. You're making choices from intuition. You're doing the math, but you're also trusting your heart so that you can be guided up that road, up that mountain. You're allowing the mind to be peaceful so that the intuitive answer can rise to the top. And this peace of mind, it's like a profound clarity. It's like you're driving and you're peaceful and everything's quiet, but you're very vigilant. You're still very observant. You're paying attention. You're not sleepy. You're not distracted, but you're not crazy, hectic, frantic either. You're peaceful and very attentive. It's very zen. Like you're not going to miss anything. Tumbleweed comes rolling by, garbage can flows into the road. You're just going to gracefully glide around the potholes and stuff. I'm from California. I've seen some weird stuff in the road. Especially the freeways, especially Southern California. A lot of weird stuff, garage doors, refrigerators, all sorts of things in the middle of the road. Full living room sets, bedroom sets, everything. Whatever you can imagine, you'll find on the freeway. Anyway, this is that sort of calm, constant choice. It's something that every day you wake up and you got to choose. Yeah. And you got that. You've got all the perfect cards here. You really do. And you have this devil energy at the very top. This is your motivation. You understand why you're doing what you're doing. You're motivated. This is about the drive, the human drives. Okay, the engine of the car, your creative drive. You're trying to create something that is going to exist long after you're gone. You're trying to generate something. You're trying to leave your mark on the world, leave your dent in the universe. Okay? You're trying to make your magic. You're trying to leave something for future generations. You're trying to create long-term stability or wealth. You're trying to create generational wealth or financial freedom or whatever. Trying to build a legacy or build a monument. You're trying to generate something which is basically your immortality. Okay. I kind of wanted to reference this idea of us having kids and how our memory or our spirit somehow lives on through our children. But I feel like that kind of implies a lot of psychological baggage or complexes, that we pass on to our kids. And I don't want to bring that up really. But I feel like this is leaving something that exists in the world even after we're not here. Whether it's our offspring, our literal children, or your business, or your book, or your art, or the memories, or the impact that you had on the lives of other people. That's the generative creative drive. You also have a pleasure drive. I want my life to feel good. Gosh darn it. I want to have pleasure. I want it to feel fun. I want it to feel good to me. I want it to be a life that I desire. I want to live a life that I desire. I want to create a life that I desire to live, that feels good to live in it. And there's nothing wrong with that. We see that with the Empress card, And you also have that aggressive drive. So what you have here is the creative drive, the pleasure drive, and the strength card is the aggressive drive, also called the sovereign drive. This is the drive that says, I want to do it just because I can. I want to do it because I'm here and I'm taking up space, and I want to make this, I want to feel like I deserve to take up space in my life. I want to take up more space. I want my life to become larger just because I can. Because it feels powerful, And there's nothing wrong with that either. You know what? Space is infinite. Take up as much of it as you want. Okay. So you have those 3 drives, and those 3 drives seem to be in perfect balance, especially because you have your 3 of Wands. To me, this is those 3 drives working together in something that we call virtue. Your pleasure drive, your sovereign drive, are under the guidance of your creative drive, your generative drive. And so all those drives working together are functioning absolutely properly, and that is called virtue, integrity. Okay? Not one of those drives is acting on its own its own path or its own interest. They're all working together, and I think that it would be considered a righteous sort of path for you. I also feel like what you're working on is really starting to show results. Like you're getting there, Stay consistent. Momentum is building up. Things are going to be happening faster. Continue making good choices. Keep going. The payoffs are forming. Okay? You're earning your confidence. You're trusting the path. You're trusting your decisions. You're open to networking and collaborating and all that sort of stuff. Big things are lining up for you. I think you're making stuff happen. You're going forward with virtue. Maintain your course and speed. Continue making the decision. Continue driving the car. Okay? Maintaining course and speed isn't just set it and forget it and go have a sandwich. No, keep your hand on the wheel, and when the road starts to turn a little bit to the left, you got to go a little bit to the left. You're trying to stay on the road. Yeah. Stay on the path that you're on. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Okay? These readings are free. They don't cost anything. And let me know which card, which energy on the path of the dove seems to resonate with you the most. Okay? Let's do quickly a manifestation oracle card before we continue with the path of the serpent. There's the one. The beacon of truth. Pause and tune into your inner guidance before taking action. I choose what is right. You're choosing what is right. Remember, virtue. And isn't that what virtue is? Choosing what is right. Choose what is right for your vehicle. Steer your vehicle in a way that is responsible, legal and ethical, powerful, creative, and pleasurable. Okay? Nothing is off limits as long as you're choosing what is right. As long as it's aligned with your soul, it's aligned with your principles and values, as long as it's legal and ethical. Okay? This seems to be like, those are the restrictions, yeah? Anyway, you've got your 2 of Pentacles here as well. This is change. This is your adaptation. This is when the road shifts underneath the car, you're steering to match up with that 2 and 2. The road is shifting, and you're shifting with it. You're making those little turns. Okay? You're adjusting your course and speed to handle the road you're on. So maintaining course and speed doesn't necessarily mean 55 miles an hour, 0 degrees north. Maybe if you're in a submarine or something, but if you're driving a car, if you're living life like the rest of us, you're going to have to sometimes slow down, sometimes speed up. Sometimes go a little bit left, sometimes go a little bit right. Depends on what the ground or the road beneath you is doing. This is change. This is adaptation. This is when, your schedule changes or your priorities change. You have to shift. You have to stay flexible. Okay? Your adaptability is really important right now. You have to make adjustments. Constant choices. It's like you're a computer that's processing data like just nonstop. Everything is a choice. Everything is like a binary left or right choice. And it all adds up to these complex movements. Okay? You might have to reorganize to stay efficient. Okay? You're riding the waves. You're adapting to the twists and turns and the ups and downs of the spiral road. You're doing the dance of life, you know. You're maintaining your balance. You're maintaining your center of gravity while life sort of does the tilt and boogie thing, you know. Full tilt. You're adapting gracefully. Yeah, you're moving with life and not against it. And you're being very proactive. And so what you're doing is you're establishing power. There's stability, there's a foundation, there's security in your life. This is something that you've built. It's a milestone. It's a benchmark. Okay, it's your new baseline, your new minimum. And then you're going to continue going up, and then you get sort of a new minimum, and a new baseline, and a new baseline, and a new baseline. You're working your way up. Every time you pass a gate, there's no going backwards to the past gate. Okay? You're creating financial stability. You're leveling up, and then that floor, or that ceiling now, right, becomes the new floor. When you're breaking through a ceiling, that ceiling is the new floor, and then you got to work your way up again and break through, and then it's an elevator. You're going up floor by floor by floor. Declutter your environment, make space, clear out things, and get a good routine. Protect your resources, all that stuff here. This is in the position of your environment. Okay, clear your space, remove any unnecessary obstacles, save money before you spend it. Your future self's going to thank you for shoring up your resources. Protect what you're building. When you reach a certain level, don't go back, don't go backwards. When you reach the next floor up, don't go down a floor. Okay? Always be climbing. Always be, reaching these milestones and taking them as your baseline. Jumping right to the 6, the success. It's in the position of your fear, worry, and concern, because of course what we want is success. Obviously, we want to be successful at accomplishing our goals and getting to our Emerald City. Okay, this is a card of generosity and flow. This is a card of alignment. Yeah. This is a card of receiving. This is money, time, and energy all flowing the way it should. All of your resources flowing. Okay? What happens when you do a 2 and a 4, you get a 6. And so sometimes you're going to have to spend money to make money. This is you adapting to the changes that life brings. This is you trying to be conservative and maintain what you have. And between the two, we're creating a nice flow. You're spending money, you're paying bills, you're buying what you need, you're getting your supplies, but you're earning money too, and you're saving that money, and it's going into the business, and your finances are steadily going like up and to the right, Because when we have a 4 and a 5, we get the 9. So there's a flow. On a daily, there's going to be ups and downs like this. But overall, your trajectory is going up and to the right. When you zoom out, you can see that you're really making the progress. When you zoom in, you can see all the little fluctuations on the daily basis. Yeah. The 6 is support. That's flowing both ways. Okay, so it's the exchange and it's generosity, it's reciprocity. It is the flow of giving and receiving. It is the circulation of time, effort, energy, money, and space. Okay, it's also success. It is success after worry, after struggle, after you roll the dice, you attempt something, and you won, you got it, it worked. The very next card then, just like the I Ching, it's kind of like when you get to the end of the I Ching, it's not over. There's one more card. So we get the success, then we go right back to rolling the dice again. Because we can't just stay here. We're always moving. Okay? The spiral road goes on and on and on and on. The 5 then is rolling the dice, taking a chance, taking a risk with those resources. It is us Perhaps spending money. Okay. Perhaps this is this is the outgo, whereas this is saying, I don't want it to go out. I want to conserve what I have, but I know that I'm going to have to put my time, effort, energy, money, or space into something. And this then is the income. Okay, so you have outgo and you have income, and I think that what it has to do is it has to balance out in a way where you're constantly going up this way, where your net worth, let's say, right, is increasing. If you have too much outgo and not enough income, your line, instead of going up and to the right, is going to go down and to the right. And that's not, we don't want it to go down like this. We want it to be going up. Now, on a daily basis, you might spend more than you make, and there's incoming, and there's outgoing, and all that stuff. But overall, you want it to be fairly steady going up. Okay? But this is the realization that I'm going to have to burn some gas. Yeah. If I'm going to get to the next level, I've got to put in effort. I've got to put in work. And that's where we're at. That's how we're sort of, no matter what we accomplish, we're ready to put in more work. I know that now I got resources. I got to put them into something else. Let's look at the mystery card. I wonder if it'll be another 6 or 4. Maybe it could be that we're reaching another baseline, another milestone. Okay. If you have a prediction for this card, please put it in the comments. This might be kind of feeling like a death card, like a slow, steady change kind of vibe. Yeah. Let's see what we have. We have a Knight of Cups. You're following your heart. This is kind of a slow, steady movement forward. This is you on a very holy path. This is you on that path with heart. This is kind of represents the road that you're on. You're not rushing forward too fast. You believe in this path, right? Your heart, your intuition is really guiding you. This is confirming for me that the road you are on is the right road. The quest, the mission, the quest for the Holy Grail is the right one for you. Yeah. So this is a very strong confirmation. And this is you looking into the future too. The Knight of Cups is always looking at the future and having that vision and asking, am I building the life I desire? This is the ideal life that this is how you want your life to feel. The Knight of Cups is the confirmation that, okay, you're on the right road. Okay? You're on the right road. So really keep doing what you're doing. All right? But take care of yourself here. We're going to do an extended reading as well. If you want to stick around, there's a link in the corner. There's a link down below. New readings for Pisces on Tuesdays and Fridays. Be sure to watch both readings. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet. Leave a comment and let me know where in the world you are watching from. I want you to know that you are the most important part of Dove and Serpent Tarot. I thank you and I love you, and we are all in this together.